Welcome, dear Lions. It's the NFL Championship Games, and we are here in our first NFL video podcast with Jonas
It's good to be here.
and Frank.
What's up, Lions?
Let's get straight into business then. So, Patriots Colts. Jonas, what are your thoughts on the game?
Linus, I'm going to go with the Patriots in this game. I think they are by far the more well-balanced team. I think their offense is more prolific. I think Tom Brady is by far the better two quarterbacks. And I think the Colts played reasonably well last week. But I didn't really see the kind of potential in that team to take on a team like the Patriots, who is arguably one of the top two teams in the league at the moment. And as I said before, I think they will march on to Super Bowl in Arizona. And I think this will be quite an easy victory for the Patriots, who just have the better team there.
What about you, Frank? Do you agree with Jonas?
I do. I do think the Patriots are the better team. They snuck by the Ravens last week, and the Colts played very well last week against the Broncos. But I just don't see them losing this one at home. They just have the better corners, the better defense. They have the better quarterback, even though Andrew Luck has played great in his short 3-year career. Tom Brady is the best all time to me, and I think he's going to do everything he can to get back to the Super Bowl. The only way the Colts have a chance is if they stick to the middle of the field, just like the Ravens did. Make use of the tight end, get some of the receivers to run crossing routes, get off those corners, and let Andrew Luck put some good balls on the receivers, which he can do. So they'll have a chance. I expect it to be closer than people think, but I expect the Patriots to overwhelm the Colts on the offensive side of the ball. I just don't think the Colts on defense match up well at all with the Patriots, so I'm going to take the Patriots in this one.
Yep.
Okay, so both are going with the Patriots. Let's continue with you, Frank. Seahawks Packers.
I like the Seahawks in this one. I don't think this is a good matchup for the Packers at all. Earlier in the season, they played Week 1, and they dominated the Packers. But the Packers are a different team now. However, Aaron Rodgers is still a little hobbled from his calf injury, and this game is not good for the Packers to go into Seattle right now with the way the Seattle defense has been playing. Their corners are best in the league. They're gonna match up well with the Packers receivers, and the Packers receivers aren't very good off the line of scrimmage on bump and run coverage, which is what the Seattle Seahawks like to run. And that causes a little extra time for the quarterback to sit in the pocket to wait for their receivers to get open. And you need your quarterback to move around in there to be able to create more time for his receivers. And Aaron Rodgers is one of the best in the league at doing that, but his calf injury is going to limit him. He's going to limit his mobility in the pocket. He still looked last week like he could play to a somewhat better level than most quarterbacks in the league on one leg, but not against this defense this year in this game. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I think on the other side of the ball, the Packers defense is just not physical enough up front to deal with the Seahawks running game. I think Marshawn Lynch is going to have a good game. I also think Russell Wilson will use his legs a lot, the Seahawks quarterback, to move the ball down the field into the end zone. So just all around on both sides of the ball, I do not think the Packers match up well with the Seahawks right now.
And Jonas, you're going against the Seahawks until the end.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay true to my convictions here and pick against the Seahawks once again. But I really don't think that the Packers, they're so much better. I think this game is gonna come down to the offensive side of the ball, and just don't see Russell Wilson and his offensive weapons being any match to the Packers. I think they are. Aaron Rodgers is just in a league of his own. He has been so dominant throughout the season, especially in the latter half of the season. And sure, there have been some reports that his calf is still not up to the mark, but I think those are, a lot of speculation, a lot of downplaying his abilities. I think that he will be at full strength come Sunday, and I think also the Seattle Seahawks, their defense, sure, they have been getting better, but they're nowhere near the level where they were last year when they won the Super Bowl, and I don't really see them matching up against the Packers that well. I think they certainly. I think the Packers need to get Eddie Lacy, their running back, involved to some degree. I think they cannot only rely on Rodgers. That's going to be a bit too much for him to handle, perhaps. But I think they're also a well-balanced team. They have the weapons, And if we look at the path that the Packers have taken to come to this point, I think that the last week the Cowboys certainly present themselves as a larger thorn in their side than the Seahawks this week. So yeah, I'm gonna stay with my picks against the Seahawks and with the Packers. So the Packers will meet the Patriots in Arizona on February 1st in the Super Bowl.
As you guys predicted,
Yeah.
mid-season already. So for Frank, it's win-win anyway, I guess.
Yay. Yeah, why not?
With the long-term predictions, yeah. All right, thank you, dear watchers and listeners. And stay tuned for our Super Bowl NFL video podcast after the semifinals have been played. Thanks, Frank.
Hey, thanks, guys.
And thank you, Jonas.
Thank you. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, and bye-bye.